There's a wide variety of mounting options available for the Dead Air Primal. In this video, we're going to take a look at the big three offerings from Dead Air, be it direct thread, Keymo, and Xeno. These three will allow you to attach the Primal to a centerfire rifle. There's other options out there that you can kind of cobble together or third-party availabilities. We're just going to forego that in this video and look at the basics. This is designed for new Primal owners to figure out what mounting system they want to use and what accessories they might need to pick up to go with their new can. The first method we're going to look at is direct thread. As far as the pros, it's lightweight and there's minimal length added overall. It's also very simple. There's no moving or mechanical parts involved. It just screws on and you're good to go. Also, it's cost efficient. There's no additional accessories needed to purchase, so you don't need a muzzle device, no flash hider, muzzle brake to mount it. As far as the cons, there's no secondary muzzle device. So you're not going to get the benefits like you would with Xeno or Keymo of having a muzzle device on there if you're shooting unsuppressed. Direct thread's also the most likely to back off. While this chance is really minimal, the shooter does have to pay attention to make sure they've got their can on there tight. It's the slowest to mount and remove, and it's also the least efficient if you're swapping it between multiple rifles in one setting. The ideal uses are for when length and weight is really important to the shooter, or if it's going to be dedicated just on one firearm. A lot of people also like direct thread for the simple is better mindset. You've got less moving pieces, less things happening, less chance that something can go wrong. Setting up for direct thread is definitely the easiest of the three. You'll take the Primal and the direct thread mount of your choice. It ships with 5/8 by 24, but there are 1/2 by 28 available. Just depends on what gun it's going on. 1/2 by 28 is going to cover 5.56. Most of your bigger stuff, 30 cal, is going to be 5/8 by 24. Once that's on there hand tight, take the accessory wrench and just tighten it in. There's no need for rock set or Loctite, anything like that. Just get it good and snug. Once it's on there, screw it onto the barrel. That's really about it. It's, again, the easiest and simplest way to attach the Primal to your rifle. Second on the list is Dead Air's Keymo or key mount system. It's Dead Air's most popular mounting system and one of the most popular mounting systems in the industry in general. Originally it was found on the Sandman series, and then they brought it over to be compatible with numerous other cans. As far as pros, it's fast and it's foolproof. You simply put it on, turn, and it's good to go. It's also got great secondary benefits from the muzzle devices. It has a very secure lockup and really does not come loose, and it's also great for moving quickly between multiple firearms. For cons, Keymo is the most costly system. It's longer and heavier than a lot of other options, and it is more mechanically complex. The uses, it's really ideal when you need to change the suppressor quickly between firearms, or a very, very secure lockup is important. For those with like short barrel rifles and very aggressive schedules of fire or full auto use, Keymo is probably the preferred way to do it, as it's the most beefy mounting system. For setting up the Keymo system, the first thing you'll need to do is purchase the Omega Keymo, also referred to as Bravo Keymo. Then you'll need a muzzle device for each of the rifles that you're going to put it on, be it the full-size muzzle brake, the micro brake, or the flash hider. Take the Omega Keymo and screw it into the back of the Primal. Get it on there, just basically hand tight, and then use the provided accessory wrench and silencer wrench and make sure that's squeezed down on there. There's no need for any thread locking compound that can create more problems than it can possibly solve anything. Next, we're going to look at how to attach it to the rifle itself. To put it on the host firearm, you'll install the Keymo muzzle device onto the rifle itself. You'll take the silencer, and on the ring of the Keymo, there's a notch. That's going to be your 12 o'clock position. It'll slide over the muzzle device, and then you just turn it to the side. That's all there is to it. And then for removal, turn it the other way, pull straight off. It is extraordinarily fast and efficient, and it provides a very strong lockup. The third system we're going to look at is Dead Air's Xeno system. It's a reverse threaded taper mount design. It's very simple, but has some good pros to it. It's lightweight, Again, it's very simple. There's no moving extra mechanical parts. The muzzle devices don't require any timing, and it provides a very, very consistent mounting system. The cons, it's not as fast as Keymo, and there are limited styles of muzzle devices. There's just the two pictured at this time. As far as why somebody might want to go with this, it's the simplicity of a direct thread mount, but it has the benefits of being able to use a muzzle device. So you don't just have exposed threads and a bare muzzle on the end of your firearm. It's really consistent in terms of how it mounts. It's going to index to the exact same point every time, so it's really ideal for those that are concerned about accuracy. Also, the muzzle device styles are a little bit different. They might be appealing to some, but since there's no timing required, they're very simple and easy to mount on the rifle itself. At this point, you probably have a pretty good idea how this is going to go together. You'll take the Xeno mount and screw it into the back of the Primal. Once again, take that provided tool, just make sure it's on there good and tight. Once that's on there all the way, you'll take your host firearm and screw it over. It is a reverse thread, so just keep in mind that you're going to be screwing it backwards than what you're supposed to. Simple as can be. Just screw it on, and then if you want to remove it, screw it off. The three mounting options discussed in this video are going to be what most Primal owners are going to want to go with to mount their can to their existing rifles. It is worth noting that you can use the hub ring to adapt it down to utilize Ghost and Wolfman direct thread mounts or the Key Micro. Generally, that's not something we would recommend, as it's just simpler and easier to use one piece instead of adapting down and using excess products. If you're a more advanced user and you have very specific needs on what you have to have in a mounting system, or you don't have a choice in what muzzle devices you can use, there are a lot of third-party offerings as well. YHM, Silencer Co., Q, Energetic Armament, among many others, also make mounting systems that will work with the Primal. So while Dead Air offers some fantastic solutions, if you have specific needs outside the range of their offerings, you do have other choices. If you have any questions on the Primal or anything else we carry, give us a call, email, or stop on in.